Hello and a very good morning to you. This is ABIODUN and you are listening to Ayogen Morning News Updates. We are glad you're joining us this morning. These are our top stories. Ondo PDP rejects Edo poll results. Peter Obi condemns Edo election as mockery of democracy. Kogi Assembly calls for immediate sack of EFCC chair Olukoyede. FEC okays Disasters Relief Fund. 3 dead in Lekki Ikoyi Link Bridge accident. 3 injured as fully loaded oil tanker collides with Sienna in Abuja. NBS says cooking gas prices rise by 70% in 1 year in Nigeria. Time to end costly fuel subsidy, Dangote tells federal government. In sports, Gombe United chief Abubakar appointed Flying Eagles coordinator. In international news, US to ban Chinese tech in cars. Suspect described Trump assassination attempt in pre-written notes. India confirms first monkeypox case in current outbreak. More updates on the highlights after this short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. More updates on the highlights. Ondo PDP rejects Edo poll results. The Ondo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party has rejected the outcome of the just concluded governorship election in Edo State. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Sunday announced that All Progressives Congress (APC) won the poll with a total of 291,667 votes, while the ruling PDP scored 247,274 votes and the Labour Party polled 22,763 votes. In a statement issued on Monday by the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity of the Ondo PDP campaign organization, Ayo Fadaka, described the development as another rape of democracy in Nigeria. The statement partly read, "The Edo State governorship election result represents another rape of democracy in Nigeria, and for the uptenth time we declare that this is absolutely condemnable as it betrays a total disregard for the electoral desires of the people as validly expressed through the ballot." Peter Obi condemns Edo election as mockery of democracy. The presidential candidate of Labour Party (LP) in the 2023 general election, Mr. Peter Obi, said what happened in Edo State could not be described as an election. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party (LP) in the 2023 general election, Mr. Peter Obi, said what happened in Edo State last Saturday could not be called an election. In a statement on his X account, Obi said, "What happened over the weekend in the name of election in Edo State does not in any way represent the democratic process we chose as a method of electing our political leaders." Obi urged those in authority not to allow the situation to stand or depend on it to remain in power. Kogi Assembly calls for immediate sack of EFCC chair Olukoyede. The Kogi State House of Assembly has called for the immediate removal of the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede. The Assembly had earlier in the year asked the EFCC to vacate the wanted tag that it placed on the name and person of Bello. The legislators during plenary in Lokoja, the state capital, on Monday, alleged Olukoyede's unprofessional handling of the case against the immediate past governor of the state, Yaya Bello. They also condemned what they describe as the EFCC operatives' attacks on the Kogi State government lodge, saying it was an attack on the governor of the Kogi State, Usman Ododo, and the entirety of the Kogi people. The lawmakers alleged that the EFCC of an assassination attempt on the former governor and the incumbent, stressing that the persecution of the former governor had gone on for too long and must stop. FEC okays Disasters Relief Fund. The Federal Executive Council (FEC) has approved the setting up of a disasters relief fund that is aimed at engendering quick response to victims of disasters across the country. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, stated this on Monday while briefing State House correspondents shortly after the FEC meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The fund is to source finances from the three tiers of government and private sector players for flood victims. This is coming as FEC constituted a technical committee to release the dams across the country. Particularly the Alau Dam in Borno State, where scores of lives were lost recently as a result of flood disasters that ravaged many parts of the state's capital, Maiduguri. The committee is to be chaired by the Minister of Water Resources and has other members. 3 dead in Lekki-Ikoyi Link Bridge accident. 3 persons died early Monday in an accident that occurred at the Lekki-Ikoyi Link Bridge toll gate in Lagos State. The accident, which occurred around 1 a.m. on Monday, involved 2 cars whose drivers incidentally survived the crash. A user on X at Dr. Waluvi said the 2 drivers came out unhurt, no scratch on their bodies. They came out ill and hearty while their friends lay dead. But instead of helping, the police who arrived at the scene and cuffed the survivors, acting like they didn't care about the bodies on the ground. Reacting to the post, spokesman for the Lagos State Police Command, Benjamin Hundeyin, simply said the police arrived at the scene and took occupants of the vehicles to the hospital. Unfortunately, 3 were certified dead and the police took their bodies to Yaba mortuary. 3 injured as fully loaded oil tanker collides with Sienna in Abuja. 3 persons were reportedly injured in the accident at the Imani roundabout in Maitama, Abuja on Monday. A statement by the police public relations officer FCT Police Command SP Josephine Ade said the command was notified of a fire outbreak resulting from the collision of a tanker with registration number T20 146 LA fully loaded with premium motor spirit and a Toyota Sienna Space Bus at Imani roundabout in Maitama, Abuja. The accident happened at about 7:50 p.m., prompting the FCT Police Command to swiftly mobilize its police patrol teams from Maitama, Wuse, and Central Police Station, alongside operatives of the Federal Fire Service to the scene to possibly rescue victims and extinguish the fire. It, however, said while no fatality was recorded, the persons, Idris Mohammed Sulaiman Gimba and Adamu Isiaku, were injured and immediately rushed to the Maitama District Hospital for medical attention. In business news, NBS says cooking gas prices rise by 70% in 1 year in Nigeria. Nigeria's high inflation rate, which was 32.15% in August, has continued to impact the prices of energy, with the rate paid by Nigerians for cooking gas rising by as much as 17% year on year. Specifically, data from the National Bureau of Statistics NBS indicated that the amount the Nigerians spent on filling their cooking gas tubes rose by 69.15% during the period under review. But the 3 states with the highest prices of commodity during the period were those that with some low of oil and gas production, including Rivers, Cross Rivers, and Abia. However, the lowest average price was recorded in Bauchi with 13,000 naira, followed by Nasarawa and Adamawa with 13,640.94 naira and 13,725 naira respectively. Time to end costly fuel subsidy, Dangote tells federal government. More updates on these highlights after this short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Time to end costly fuel subsidy, Dangote tells federal government. The president and chief executive on Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has urged the federal government to end fuel subsidies completely. Speaking in a 26-minute interview with Bloomberg Television in New York on Monday, the time is right to end subsidies, which have gobbled trillions of naira from the country's coffers. According to him, the removal would assist in determining the country's actual consumption. His advice follows the recent commencement of petrol lifting from the Dangote refinery and price increments to 950 naira per litre in Lagos State and its environs and above 1,000 naira in the north. He stated that the fuel production from his refinery will help ease pressures on the naira and also confirmed ownership of 2 oil blocks in the upstream sector with an expected production date of the next month. Dangote also spoke on whether or not the federal government retaining fuel subsidy would pan well for its refinery. Well, you see, we have a choice of either one. We produce, we export, and when we produce, we sell locally. But we are a big private company, and yes, it is true, we have to make a profit. We built something worth $20 billion, so definitely we have to make money, says Dangote. In sports, Gombe United Chief Abubakar appointed Flying Eagles coordinator. Gombe United General Manager Malam Abubakar Yellow has been appointed as the new Flying Eagles coordinator. Abubakar's appointment was announced by Gombe United on social media. The Flying Eagles are currently preparing for the WAFU BU20 Championship in Abuja. The team defeated Water FC of Abuja 1-0 in their first training game but lost 1-0 to Malintaki in the second game. The WAFU Championship will decide the team that will represent the zone at the 2025 Africa U20 of Nations. In international news, US to ban Chinese tech in cars. The US is planning to ban certain hardware and software made in China and Russia from cars, trucks, and buses in the US due to security risk. Officials said they were worried that the technology in question, used for autonomous driving and to connect cars to other networks, could allow enemies to remotely manipulate cars on American roads. This is currently minimal use of Chinese or Russian-made software in American cars, but the Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said the plans were targeted proactive steps to protect the U.S. Suspects described Trump's assassination attempt in pre-written notes. A suspected gunman arrested near Donald Trump's golf course wrote a note months earlier saying he intended to kill the former president. A court filing shows this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, the note says. Prosecutors included that the note in a court filing on Monday and said they would try to charge 58-year-old Ryan Routh with the attempted assassination of a major political candidate. Routh has been in custody since his arrest on September 15 in Florida. U.S. Federal Judge Ryan McCabe ordered that Routh remain behind bars without bail pending his trial, saying that the weight of the evidence against the defendant is strong. Routh is so far facing 2 federal gun crime charges, including for possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. India confirms first monkeypox case in current outbreak. India has reported its first case with the new monkeypox strain that has triggered a public health emergency alert by the World Health Organization (WHO). Reuters report called Clade 1b, the new variant is highly transmissible and has been linked to the monkeypox outbreak in Africa. According to media report, the strain has been detected in a 38-year-old man from the southern state of Kerala who returned from Dubai recently. Monkeypox, previously known as monkeypox, is a contagious virus that can cause painful skin lesions. The WHO declared mpox, which used to be called monkeypox, a public health emergency in Africa since August. Since then, the more dangerous variant of the virus has spread to countries outside the African continent, including Sweden, Thailand, and Pakistan. On Tuesday, Health Ministry spokesperson Manisha Verma confirmed to Reuters that the mpox case reported in Kerala's Malappuram district belonged to Clade 1. The patient has been treated in a hospital and the people he came in contact with are being traced and monitored, authorities said. And that was Ayogen Morning News Update. Before we go now to the recap of the headlines, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now to the recap of the highlights. Another rape on democracy. Ondo PDP rejects Edo poll results. Peter Obi condemns Edo election as mockery of democracy. Kogi Assembly calls for immediate sack of EFCC chair Olukoyede. FEC Yoke's disasters relief fund. 3 dead in Lekki Ikoyi Link Bridge accident. 3 injured as fully loaded oil tanker collides with Sienna in Abuja. And in business news, MBS says cooking gas prices rise by 70% in 1 year in Abuja. In sports, Gombe United Chief Abubakar appointed Flying Eagles coordinator. And international news, US to ban Chinese tech in cars. Suspects describe Trump assassination attempt in pre-written note. India confirms first monkeypox case in current outbreak. Thank you for staying tuned. Coming up is the return Bonofeli with Mr. Odedokun Isaiah. Till then, stay tuned and good day.